Well, today we are covering content marketing and SEO. So you may have some content marketing now, which is probably your blog, maybe you have a news section, some page content, but you really want to combine that with your SEO. And three ways you can do that. You can have an in-house department, but that can get expensive. And in terms of objective standpoint, there could be some creative blocks there. You can have an employee or a third party train on SEO, so you'd have an outside company train one of your employees, or just if you hire on someone part-time, and then they can take care of your SEO. Or you can hire a full-time SEO staff as a third-party company. So lots of different options to structure your SEO. You can also combine a few of these. And then what would you recommend, Paul or Terry, for if you are a mid-range business or mid-sized business? What kind of SEO?
Well, there's a couple ways, as you said, there's a couple ways that we go with these kind of things. One of them, a lot of it's depending on budget, and the other thing it's depending on is time. So we get a lot of people who say, I just don't have the time, you do it. They want to bring us in and just turn us loose and let us do it. One of the things we do that I think is very unique is the consulting model, where we go ahead and they have somebody there who can dedicate some time, and we're usually talking rough numbers of a minimum of about 20 hours a month that someone should be working on SEO. So if they have somebody there who's savvy enough and has some time, we do a great screen sharing training consulting model where we teach them how to do it. So they're not paying us to do all the work. They're doing a lot of the work themselves. We're just the ones that are giving them the know-how and sort of setting them on the right path. So both of those will work. It's all, like, again, depending on budget and depending on how much personnel you have, what kind of time frame they have. While I'm on, real quick, I did forget one thing I wanted to say, that we do monitor for questions. So you can go right through Google Hangouts and ask questions. We love to answer them and take care of those directly. If you have one, don't be bashful. So I guess both of those options are ones that both of those options are probably going to save you considerable money from bringing someone in on a full-time basis. And, of course, we want to be able to share those depending on the scenario.
I also wanted to hop in on that question, Robin. For a mid-sized business, if you can take someone that's on your staff and make part of their job be something that's consistently done 1 hour a day during the business day, that gets you the 20 hours a month that Terry's talking about. So 1 hour per business day during the month, that's 20 days, 1 hour a day. That's going to make a huge impact on your SEO so long as you know what you're doing. But please continue, Robbie.
Sure. Okay, so now we have 7 different methods to merge your SEO and content marketing. The first of which is using Wikipedia to your advantage. So Wikipedia, a lot of times the knowledge graph, it's a little pop-up on the right side. Sometimes when you Google something, you'll see a knowledge graph. Like, let's see, how about like Seth Green? So you'll have a knowledge graph here, and it'll be all about Seth Green. A lot of times this will come from, it'll come from all different sources. IMDb, Wikipedia, you can see right here is one of the main sources. So they use a few different ones. So if you want your company to show up here, it's kind of like a free real estate right here. Getting a page on Wikipedia for your brand is not always something that's easy to do, but if you have an existing one, make sure that you can tweak that, and it's one of the best sources really to get some high quality traffic. You can also get backlinks from it. So if you have a page on your website about a super high relevant keyword, and that can show up on Wikipedia, and it can show up on Google on the knowledge graph. So Wikipedia is definitely a huge source for getting a little bit more exposure. Blogs. So if you have an existing blog, we want to make sure that we improve it. I would recommend blogging like at least twice a month, if not every week. And the more you blog, the better. But you just have to make sure that you have very interesting topics that are centered on the keywords. So it has to be optimized with your pictures and everything. But you have to make sure that you also update your blogs, which is actually what I did for this blog. So you'll see in a minute where the updates were. I did put a little bit more bullet points for the summaries. I put it more headings. I put some more like kind of leaders, like your goals and all of these kinds of things to make it. I put more pictures so that it looks a little bit more modern or a little bit updated with the current trends for blogging because it's constantly changing. All right, quality content before quantity. So each of your service or product pages should have 300 to 600 words. But you also want to exceed your competitors. So the whole key to SEO is exceeding what your competitors do. Once you have these, you also have to update it constantly. So just make sure that your pages are you can do very specific blogs or specific pages, and you'll get very high relevancy traffic. So if you have a page all about selling cars, instead of just selling cars, you could, let's say you had a lot of cars and you sold both used cars and you sold new cars and you sold 3 different brands. If you had a different page on your site for all of those items, you're going to rank much better in the long tail keywords. So a short tail keyword would be like cars or buy cars. A long tail keyword would be like buy new and used Nissan cars at an affordable price or something like that. So you want long tail keywords are going to have less traffic though, but they could end up giving you more people to your site because it's so specific. All right, frequently asked questions. This is something we do on our site, awesomedynamic.com, and for all of our products and services, so that you can it's an easy way to update your pages. You can assign this to someone on your staff, maybe someone that works at the front desk, or someone who's an intern, and all you do is answer one question, let's say every day or every week, so we can continually update these product and service pages. Just one question, rotating on all the pages would make a huge difference in your SEO.
Wanted to hop in on that one, Robin.
Sure.
That's actually helped us with some of the ranking that we've had for the key term Amazon Seller Consulting. So we're ranking on the first page of Google for that, and one of the reasons is because we're constantly, I think it's 2 or 3 times a week, adding FAQs to our Amazon Seller Consulting page. So in the search results, at least sometimes when I search, it'll say 2 days ago, 3 days ago. So and the other results don't have that. So Google's actually noticing how recently my pages are being updated, or this particular page is being updated, and they're giving me a great ranking as a result. So that frequently updated content on a regular basis is something that can really help you gain a great ranking for a particular keyword and give you an edge over your competition. And it doesn't have to be a really complicated process. I have 2 of my employees write just a really quick snippet on something related to Amazon. It's just 1, 2, or maybe 3 sentences to answer a question, and we just put that at the bottom of the page. And when we fill up that page with a whole bunch of stuff, we can use that content and move it somewhere else and create a whole nother article on it. But the point is, it's constant content creation. It's different, it's fresh, and it's constantly happening on the website. But we're doing it in a process that makes it really easy. Go ahead, Robin.
All right, that's a great point. Is the frequency really makes a difference to Google, and they crawl your site more often because of that. And on the other side, on the more human side of SEO, you're answering people's real questions, and they'll be more likely to call you, or if they're looking for information, to keep you in mind in the future. So, or on the phone, it could also save you time because you've already answered most of their questions, and now they're ready to do business with you. All right, so the 5th one here is target guest posting opportunities. This one is a great example of updating your blog and changes in SEO, because guest posting used to be super popular when this blog was written 2 years ago, and now guest posting has kind of lost its value. It's not really catching fire as much, and that's because pretty much everyone can guest post on other blogs, and it's not really as good as the as the backlinks and quality content on your website. So guest posting is still okay, but it's not going to get you as much credit as it did 2 years ago. So you can see for updating this blog, we have the original content here and then the update here. I wouldn't say really low quality linking. It's just not as good as other links. So.
It's so 2 years ago.
Sorry?
I said it's so 2 years ago.
Yes, it's so 2 years ago. Guest posting. Another thing that goes along with this is guest comments or blog comments. You used to be able to just blog on any different kind of blogs that were related to your industry and put a comment in there, backlink to your website, and that was considered great. You'd get a lot of credit from Google. Now Google's kind of catched on, and that's or caught on, and then that's like something that is not worth as much as it used to be. So SEO is constantly changing, which is why if you feel like you finished your SEO, I mean, tomorrow there could be a major change.
One thing I wanted to comment on that with the guest posting opportunities is that one of the reasons why it's considered low quality is because the content itself is low quality. So yeah, I've had several folks reach out to me and say, hey, I'll write a blog post for you relevant to your topic, and if you want, you can write a topic and put it on my site. And I responded with, that's kind of detrimental to SEO because neither of us actually gain any ranking benefit for that link exchange. And I don't know if what they're going to write is actually what I really want on my site, and if it's actually going to help me rank for anything on my site. So there's a lot of quality issues there that go into it. It might seem like a good idea, like, oh wow, someone's going to write a piece, and I just have to put it on my site. I get fresh new content, great. But yeah, is it really relevant to what you do? And is their site is their site a good high domain authority website that you should be linking to? If it's not, you could actually have an adverse effect as a result. So there's definitely some additional considerations to look into than just jumping in and going for it right away. So,
Yeah,
Robin, you want to bring us to number 6, or you have a comment on that?
Oh yeah, there also might maybe an issue with too many authors on your site because then Google won't trust it as much.
That's right.
All right, number 6.
Robin, if I could just
go ahead.
jump in for one quick second before, I just wanted to remind everybody that's watching that they can definitely reach out through Google Hangouts and ask questions. Also, just want to take a quick second. We jumped right into content. Make sure that everybody who's watching knows about the services that we offer. So just quickly, the main thing we do here at Awesome Dynamic is to get you new targeted customers, which is what we're talking about here with SEO. We build a great website for you, a responsive website as well. We are Amazon seller consultants, can help you with that. And we do the Google virtual tours. So something else that will not only get your business some extra exposure, but help with your SEO as well. So I wanted to make sure we just quickly cover that. And then, Robin, I want to jump right back to you and let's keep on going.
That moment brought to you by Awesome Dynamic. Thank you.
That's awesome.
All right, next we got here, remain indirect conversion focused. Now that sounds probably really complicated, but what that means is that you want to, SEO is not a magic tool that's going to work right away, such as like AdWords works instantly. People see it, go to your site, but when you stop paying, it goes away. SEO takes time to build, but you'll see better results over time. So if you sign up for an SEO program or you're doing SEO, it really takes at least 4 to 6 months to really start seeing some major differences. But you're going to start seeing it quickly. I always like to compare it to like a workout program. If you work out for one day or for a week, you probably won't see results. But if you work out for 3 or 4 months, then you're going to start seeing the results. One thing that people do a lot, and this is a great example of old SEO techniques, is they'll be so focused on trying to rank for these keywords that they won't have great page content. So you want to make sure that you're writing for your audience, for people that are actually coming to your site, that are spending time on your site, because it's really obvious to both humans and Google and search engines when you just have one keyword that keeps repeating in every sentence or in every paragraph. It's too much. So you definitely want to vary that keyword and make sure you're writing for things that make sense, not just for writing for search engines. All right, cross-linking. So this one is very interesting because uh, you can add the content to your site all you like, but you really need to get links to your site and to increase your what's called, every website has like a website score. That's like your domain authority, or page rank, or different measurements of how your page does online. So in order to make that higher, a big way to do it is links. So you want to make sure that you have links to other sites, but you also want to make sure that these links have something called anchor text. So anchor text is just this blue underline stuff. See, like right here, this quick sprout, that's an example of anchor text. So when in doubt, you want to make sure that your anchor text on other websites that link back to your site, just go with your brand name, any kind of version of your brand name. Here's a bunch of examples. Bestusedcars.com, Best Used Cars, Best Used Cars Inc. with a period, Best Used Cars Inc. without a comma or period. So those are all brand name examples. So you can use, so that's a recent change as well. It used to be you have to be very consistent with your brand name. Now what they're saying, and this is just for linking, not for citations. For linking back on anchor text, you can use all different kinds of variations because it looks more natural to Google. I mean, the chances that 100 bloggers that all have got your same press release, or news sources that got your same press release, that they all write the HTTP colon / / www version of your website is very unlikely. Most likely they'll have different versions of your name out there. So that's why Google's looking for something very natural in the backlinks.
Can I hop in on that one, Robin?
Yeah.
All right. So it used to be the focus, and this is like maybe 4 years ago. The focus for backlinking was just having the anchor text be the key word that you want to. The keyword that you want to rank for. So if you had a whole bunch of links coming back and the anchor text for those links was used car Chicago, for example, and you had like 3,000 links that said used car Chicago, and those links were anchor text coming back to your website, that used to work phenomenally well. Well, Google's caught on to that idea, and they said that is not natural. That's not natural shared content. And the idea is the backlink is supposed to be coming from this great quality content that's on your website. So if that is the way the links are supposed to be generated, is this great quality content, someone stumbles across it, they think it's great, they go to their website and say, hey, you got to check out this great thing I saw over there, or read this, and that's the words that are anchor text back to you, or from Best Used Cars Inc. So that's the natural way backlinking happens. So Google's actually paying attention to how that anchor text looks on all these different sites. So it could be your brand name, it could be different versions of how your brand name works, it could be the actual URL of your website, it could be the anchor text could include the keyword that you want to rank for, it could include the words like click here or read this. Those are variations. So really what we're looking for, just like investments, you want to have a diverse variety of investments to round out your portfolio: stocks, bonds, savings, real estate, cash, all these different things. You want the same kind of diversity in your backlink profile, and have a lot of those. And that's what's really going to help you in a major part of SEO that helps you rank. I wanted to mention that we do have a question from Jill that she asked, but I want Robin to wrap this up with any final comments, and we'll definitely get into your question, Jill. Go ahead,
Sure.
Robin.
I would say, just as a final note on all of these items, is that it's kind of like hiring an accountant. I mean, you want to know the numbers, you want to know what your balance sheet means, but to get into the nitty-gritty details, that's where you want to hire an SEO. So it's definitely something that you should know the basics of at least, but then when you're really getting into it, make sure either your team's well trained by a professional, or you have a full-time staff member, or you hire an SEO company, because you could be doing damage to your site.
Great, thank you, Robin. We also got another question from Sam R. So I'll answer both those questions right away. And Sam's question is actually really quick, so I'll answer that first. I'll put that up on the board here. She says, "Hello, is this going to be uploaded to YouTube for future reference?" And the answer is yes. Every single webinar we do is on our YouTube channel. Also, you'll see our new website's actually launching next week, and there's going to be a webinars button right at the top of the page. But on this website that you're seeing on Robin's screen, go ahead and scroll down, Robin. If you go, there's a button that says Past Webinars, and if you click on that, you can see every webinar we've done since last October, and we do them every single week. So you can watch a lot of other great content there. So yes, you definitely watch those webinars from the past, and please do so and join us for the ones in the future. Thank you, Sam. And please let us know if you have any specific questions that we can answer for you. Moving on, Jill says, where do you put anchor text? In a paragraph? So I will demonstrate anchor text. How's that sound, Robin?
Perfect.
All right. Let me get a screen clear here. And then I'll put my screen up to show you how this works. So screen 1. And then I'm going to present my screen instead of Robin's. And we'll workshop this. So I'm going to show you the technical way of how it works, and then I'm going to show you how it's easy with a website builder like WordPress.
And then I'm going to put it in a layman's terms.
Yes, exactly. So, okay, so right here, this is a program called Dreamweaver that lets me put code in, and it makes a website look nice on the right side here. So basically, we're seeing a split view. Here's the code, and this is what it looks like on this side. So so she said in a paragraph, so hello, this is a link to another website. And I'm going to put this here, and we can see that this text right here shows up. All right, and there's no link here. And what I want to do is I want to anchor text. I want link to be the anchor text here. So this way, when someone clicks on this, they go to wherever that link is. So right here, I'm going to, in the code, so from the coder's perspective, I actually have to type a href. I'm going to have it linked to awesomedynamic.com / and I'm going to end that initial part of the code tag, and I'm going to end it up with this one. So basically, this word link is wrapped with this beginning A tag and this ending A tag, and this is sending the person to awesomedynamic.com. Okay, and the words link, because it's between these two elements, is what the anchor text is. When I click over here, you'll see it turns blue. And if I were to look at this as a web page, I could click on this and it would bring me directly to awesomedynamic.com. Now, the way I showed you how to do that is how coders used to do it a long time ago. I want to show you how we do it on our well, before I show you how we do it on our website builder, I also want to show you that we can change this to be anything. So we could say here is let's see, here is a link. I'm going to put that over there. Oops. It's here. I'm going to say to Awesome Dynamic.
So this example is on a blog page?
It could be anywhere that exists, anywhere on any page of any website. So you can see here, it says here's a link to the Awesome Dynamic website. And notice that Awesome Dynamic are the words that turn blue, and that's because it's wrapped in this link that goes to awesomedynamic.com. Or I can say, hello, here is a link to, I'm going to say, this is what people used to do like 4 years ago, web design. That's what we want to rank for. Services. And this is what they don't want to see you doing as much anymore. But see how the words web design are linked right here? That's the anchor text. So what I'm trying to demonstrate here is the link goes to Awesome Dynamic, whether it said the word link, whether it said Awesome Dynamic, or whether it said web design. But you could see in all three instances that I demonstrated here, they all go back to awesomedynamic.com if I had clicked on them. So really the anchor text is the linked text, and that's what that really means. So should we try this on something that doesn't look like ugly code that's hard to understand? How's that sound?
Sounds great.
Sure.
Okay. Well, I wanted to show you what's under the hood here, and how it works, and it is kind of simple. It's just who's going to remember all that code. So what I'm doing is I'm logging into our WordPress website, and I'm going to show you how we can just slap that onto a page in a visual way. So I'm going to go back to the home page of our website. And what I'm going to do is down here we have this, we're awesome, here's why, and we have some text here. So I'm going to just pick one of these words and I'm going to link it. So in our website, I'm going to go to the home page here. And once we get there, I'm going to launch the page builder. And this page builder is really cool. It's a page builder that allows us to drag and drop content on the front end of the website and make edits where we just highlight something and tell it where to link to. And that's something that really should be in any website today because it's just so easy to do websites when you don't have to look at all that crazy code. So here's that element. See how I'm just highlighting over it? I have all these elements on my page and I can just edit these. But I'm going to click on this one. It's going to open up the information that I want to edit. And then I can actually choose to say, we are experts. And I'm going to link that text by just clicking this link box. And I'm going to have that link to, let's say, I'm going to have it linked to my LinkedIn page. LinkedIn. Okay, go there. I'm going to grab this link. I'm copying it.
Yeah, and when you're in that edit box, you can click see that gear, and it'll open up the full box.
Right, and then I can go to open it in a new tab, update, save. And see how it's blue now? After it refreshes here. See how it's a blue link now? And if I hit done, publish, now that's how easy it is today with the proper software on your website to edit and update things like that and put an anchor text link. So now the We Are Experts text here, once it refreshes, will be linked to this other, to my LinkedIn page. And that blue text, I just click on it and it brings me right to the LinkedIn page. I think I have to flush the cache here. But so that's the concept.
Every page on your site that you want to rank should have one internal link and one external link. But I've recently read that a lot of SEOs are starting to say that 2 or 3 internal links and 1 external link is really the better way to do it.
Cool. And every blog that you write, Robin, including the one that you just wrote, you have an external link on this page.
Definitely, yeah.
And here's one, marketing and SEO. This is an internal link going to our SEO services. And where's your external? Here it is, backlinking strategies. This actually goes to another blog of ours.
And then there should be, QuickSprout's the external.
So this pops over to another page. Jill has another question. Let me see what she says here. She says, so do you do that on your webpage or on other things like email blasts so you're directing the link back to the website? Well, depends on what we're trying to do here. So if the idea is we want the backlinks to help us move up in the search results, you need them to be on publicly available websites and you want them to be there forever. So it's not only to help people direct them back to your website, but it's also a signal that Google sees that, hey, there's some stuff at this website and a lot of people are linking to it. Maybe we should move it up in the search results for the different things that they should be found for. So by sending something out in an email blast, that's not publicly available on the internet, and therefore Google doesn't crawl it. So putting a whole bunch of backlinks in your email blast isn't going to help you rank higher on Google, but it does give people a convenient way to click on something to get to certain areas in your website. I hope that answers your question well.
So I just wanted to say that it is easy to make links to other sites, but what's hard is to get other sites to link to you. So there's tons of different ways to do that. And if we go back to my screen here.
Yep, I switched it back for you.
Okay, so here's just some ideas on how to get a couple of backlinks. I've got a few different backlink articles to generate those. So first off, having really high quality content, maybe some different tools on your website or things that people want to link to, that's the most natural way of getting backlinks. Have you ever written a blog article and you're like, okay, I gotta link to this one article because it's great and it's all about what I wanted to talk about anyway, or it's got some more great information? Well, your website needs to be that website, the one with all the great information that people link to. So that's one way to get backlinks. Another way is to just call people up, call bloggers, call people in your industry, ask them, can you give me a backlink on your website? The point is you want to get high quality backlinks. So if it's your friend's website and they have 3 people on their website reading their blog every month, that's not really a high quality website. You want something, if you could get a backlink from local newspapers, if you volunteered with your business for charity events or things like that, if you can get backlinks from those websites, your local chambers, those are another place to get a backlink. Sometimes you can even set up your own backlink on your local chambers. So to get backlinks is very difficult. If you could get even just 2 backlinks every month, that would be a big win for a smaller local business.
Yeah, I mean, even doing charity events for if you can get a backlink from a website that has a .edu or .gov ending, those count as much as like 30 or 40 or 50 or even 100 backlinks from .coms because they're so hard to get. Not anyone can get a .edu or .gov, and the people that do don't just backlink to people all willy-nilly. So if you're able to do something for, let's say, an educational institution, college, or something like that, you can do something for them and say, as a result of me, let's say, doing some free photography for this college event, would you mind doing a press release on your website? You could write the whole thing for them, kind of like the guest blogging thing, but make it something that's valuable to them, and then in it include a link that comes back to your website. That would be huge if you could put something like that together, and it's worth the time and energy to do so.